hybrid set to kick off.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
On the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish a ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
At the 47-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. But now it'll be 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. An Eagle 1st down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
3-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz on the move to his left. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Here we go. Check safety, check. Hey, Lou. Corky, 82, Corky.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
At their own.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Burrow will throw. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A gain of 30.
A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Extra point is good.
Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Austin Seibert.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
The tackle made by...
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Stepping up, he's going to... Now Burrow loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, but it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Airing one out for Boyd. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Cincinnati.
Tyler Boyd. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points.
Is good.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Nothing. Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Here's James. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On play action, Wentz. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down. Wentz going to go on 4th down. Flush to his right. And that is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Bengals will get the football back.
The result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Each chain, name, how about your respect? Give them more than when I get expected not to back.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
It's a game.
Nice job there by Tyler Boyd finishing off the connection on the throw. Over 1,000 yards receiving each of the last 2 seasons with 90 catches in 2019. Was thought to be a complimentary receiver, but with A.J. Green out much of the time, he became a reliable and consistent target.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Third and 2, now Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Lefty. Watch the twins.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Rashad Jones.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
25-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
3rd and long.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Here's Burrow. Being chased out left. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A draw play for Mixon. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down, Burrow escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. From midfield now, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
4-yard pickup on the play.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. On first down, Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's a gain of 24.
And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels. Got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
The tackle made
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
To John Ross.
John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned,
and he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Check back. Shift. Shorty. Something.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Mike 42, Mike 42. All day, kid. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Now Burrow. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28.
Complete.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Well, a good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
7 yards. 3 and out.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
On for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 43. Hey, kill it. Hey, 4-2, kill it.
Play action. Now Wentz. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the screen.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And a Bengal 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Flush to his right. And incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. First down. Here's Burrow. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The ball carrier.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
John Ross. Touchdown.
John Ross. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
The kick
and he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Bengals 28, Eagles nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. We're willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game.
And my goodness, another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown,
John Ross, 39 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6.
Makes the score.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there at 22. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
On 1st down, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This pass complete, wins to Ertz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
57's Mike 57. 57.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Man open, it's Goodwin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. On play action, Wentz. Flushed out right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said,
and give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system. It leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.